Hi, welcome to the Cirque training channel. If I've polluted your social feed enough to bring you here for just a few moments of extra mindful movement each week, then you've already started your journey and I'm already doing my job. If you follow my acrobate or tighten the tape pages, you might be worried that I've brought you here for non-stop high intensity. But I promise, this page is all about delivering things that you want to grow in areas that you love the most. Whether it's advancing your pickleball swing, growing in your aerial practice, or just finding a new way to have fun, prepare to let your freak flag fly. Remember, even when you're in the air, it's always important to stay grounded, and I hope to give you a few fundamental practices here each week that will help you do just that. Let's get started. Each week you can look forward to something a little bit different, but the base will be the same, a focus on strength and conditioning principles that can help you get in the air or be really solid in your ground practices. That can include anything, guys. I mentioned pickleball, but I feel like there are a ton of group sports that are growing out there, so feel free to take these applications and apply them as much as you can. This will be a fun, quick, short introduction to the fly pole, also known as the aerial pole. You're welcome to use gym shoes or go barefoot. Sometimes it helps me with a little bit of extra grip. Today I'll show you 3 quick ways to wind up your pole and give yourself a little bit of extra motion that don't make you nauseous and also don't test your strength beyond any of the limits that you've built for yourself. Let's get started. So it's really important that you start with a great warm-up, and hopefully you've already done that. For the sake of this video, I'll just say that if you have one of these great resistance bands, it's awesome to start with some shoulder circles, taking them right above your head, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Have a little bit of fun and just really loosen up before we get started. Now, some people call this the fly pole. Some people call it the aerial pole. I refer to it as the love of my life. And I hope you will enjoy this super quick, super easy introduction. Okay, so first, you need to make sure that you clean your pole. Always important to wipe off yesterday's grease, yesterday's old bad news and bad moves. Use whatever type of grip you need. And for this first one, I'll take it in a slow motion. I've grabbed the pole with my inside forearm using my dominant side, my right side, and I'm using the outside in a grip to use that inside leg as a pivot, so that I can do a bit of a flare, which is kicking your leg backwards in reverse, creating that circle motion. And I'm just going to bring myself onto the pole into a little fireman spin, loop-de-loop-de-loop. My tag is out. Oh, how adorable. Well, this is just my first video, guys. We shall improve. And so for some people, winding up the pole, I think that far away and using that much motion with the lower body can exhaust them early on. So the next 2 ways will require a little bit less work. This is basically going to use our forearms in a traditional climb position. After I've placed the knee on in the traditional manner with opposite forearms on the pole, I'm going into a fireman spin. And I'm allowing the natural motion from leaning my body backwards that you would get even on a static pole to really spin me. This last one is my favorite. So, I want to go into a back hook spin and forget all the talk about perfect knee hooks. It just is what it is sometimes. I'm going to use that outside leg as a pivot leg again, which is really important in this. Similar to the first step, I have my forearm inside gripped and my outside arm on top. And I'm just using that motion to once again come into a basic little fireman spin. And that's a wrap for this week. You can go ahead and curse my name 1,000 times, but hopefully not so many that you won't be back next week. Have a high-flying week, everyone.